Alright, we're fucking live.
Are you kidding? The dragon fucking wasn't on stream?
And that's upkeep. Alright. So, last time on Prosperity, you guys blew up an island.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Island.
Yes, you blew up Island.
Island.
Not to be confused with
Yes, it is. Got him.
Alright, well, in this session, we will be bombing Israel because Matt's a fucking racist.
I'd ask you don't. I've got a player in my other group who cares about Israel.
And
Okay, what is the reverse of bombing Israel?
We are going to build a monastery.
Probably bombing Iran.
Excuse me, this is
But
live
I think the US already did that.
This is live on my YouTube channel. I'd like to remind everyone.
You're welcome.
Excuse me,
You're welcome.
From YouTube headquarters. First, go fuck yourself. Second of all, don't ban Quinn.
Oh, we're getting so demonetized.
Yeah, all of the
I
money
think
we're absolutely
every
making off of this.
I was about to say, what's the problem here, Quinn? I think
No, dude, just say
any
code.
episode is demonetized just from RJ always shouting about dicks.
It's not
Just
about
think-
the money.
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. All right, so you guys blew up Sirius's island, and you had.
Syria too.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, Syria's gone.
I'm sorry, he was just lecturing us about it, and now he's just, God damn it, Quinn.
I'm sorry, my pun brain couldn't resist.
Hey, come on, motherfucker, join us or don't.
Quinlan's like, don't do war crimes. Also, Quinlan.
Also Quinlan, but
Okay.
sometimes the war crime be funny.
Why? Why did you do it? Because it was funny.
It's the memes like jokes about war crimes, puns, me sweating.
So you guys blew up his island, and you freed 68 slaves. Well,
Damn.
Harrow freed 68 slaves. Yeah, I know.
One off.
One off.
One off.
One off.
If only it was 67.
It's so close to being 420.
It's at least 4 off.
At least.
If we had 42, it'd be the answer to everything.
Of course. Well, you
Now I've
could,
got to kill some.
yeah, you could have 42.
Mmm.
It'll work.
Starts throwing fucking slaves off the ship.
Can you swim? Well, not really. Okay, good.
No, all we have to do is just call Butterball. He'll take care of
Yeah,
it.
no, he throws them off Butterball. So you guys had blew up the island. You had taken Sirius hostage, in a way, and you were all leaving the wreckage of the island on the pirate boat of your new allies? Question mark. The ferret pirates. They are small.
And associates.
Yep. And the pirates had looted a bunch of extra food from the island before you blew it up, and they were all going to cook a large banquet for you guys, the escaped slaves, and the crew. They're currently in the process of cooking up all that food. I will say, because obviously Phoebe's not here, Sirius has been put in the hold. He's in one of the holding cells, and Lazuli is exhausted from everything that had happened. She's physically drained, emotionally drained, a little traumatized. So she went to go lay down in the cabins of the ship to mentally recover from everything that had taken place on that island, leaving the rest of you to do as you please on the ship.
First things first, Torval's currently asleep because I'm an idiot and forgot to start my laundry. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine.
So that was fun, huh, guys? Sir?
Well, here's the question. Where is everybody right now?
On top.
So you're on top deck.
I'm on top deck.
Gunnier's on top deck.
Probably top deck.
Okay, Seracs on top deck. I will say that Ball is on top deck, Vimos is on top deck, and the captain of the Ferret Pirates, who is steering the ship with some help here and there, is also on top deck.
There's like 5 people trying to steer the ship.
Well, actually, the captain is standing on one of the shoulders of the other pirates because he's not tall enough to actually reach the wheel. He has to stand on somebody else. And there's actually like different navigators and lookouts doing the same thing because they're not tall enough to look over the side of the ship.
I love this pirate ship.
And I will say that Lonnie, the goblin archaeologist, is below deck. The majority of the slaves went below deck. There's a few milling about, but the ones that you guys had gotten to know, the grung, the little elf girl. I have to pull up my documents because I don't remember all of this stuff, and I really should, but I'm not gonna because I'm bad at DMing. That's my secret, Cap. I never plan.
Hello.
All right, Torval got thrown over the side of the ship.
What happened?
Orville died.
What?
You're dead, Quinn. You have to roll a new character. Everybody voted to throw you off the ship and kill you.
Sorry, it was like total drama island.
Yep, they all voted you off when you weren't here.
You're getting toxic mushroom. Not mushroom, toxic marshmallow.
Yep.
I guess I'll have to bring back Quee.
Oh no!
You
Fucking
fools.
sweet.
And oh, look at that! Somebody just made Quee have a heart attack. Shame.
Damn. Who the fuck got a death note?
No.
The end game boss. What's her face? Just comes out of nowhere, and just eats him.
But so Torval, where are you on the ship right now?
Well, I think based on what I was just talking about, in my cabin, just waking up.
Okay, so you went to sleep. Alrighty. So, what would you all like to do on this boat?
What do you do on a boat?
Well, to start things off, I would like everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good. Who's?
Those are all.
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out for a second there. I heard Constitution save. You got it, Chief.
We're seeing
Everybody,
who's seasick.
everybody except Gunnir gets to make a Constitution
Yeah,
save.
Gungnir's fine. All right.
Oh, for seasickness? Okay, yeah.
All right, Torval.
What are you talking about? Gungnir just starts spewing oil from every orifice.
Torval's surprisingly seaworthy. That's an 18.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Good.
And okay. So you are all you're fine. You guys are like, I've done this boat thing before, it's no issue.
Boat.
Serac,
Up.
you see Mr. Quincy with his head hanging over the side of the boat.
Oh my god.
He doesn't look too good.
Balls getting seasick.
I rolled for him.
Motherfucker didn't want to use a legendary resistance on that. Fair enough.
Arak's just gonna squat down next to him. Not much water in the Nine Hells, is there?
No, it's mostly lava. It has a different consistency. And usually we don't take boats over it. Oh. You can see his eyes get kind of wider as he's trying to hold something back in his throat.
Okay, no, hold on. I'm very curious. The fuck did you roll? This guy, he has a +11 to con saves.
Uh-huh.
Oh
You
What do
don't
you-
blow a 5.
What do you think I rolled?
a
That one.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, my guess was 2.
God. That's fucking amazing. Alright. Sorry, carry on.
Yep. And you see him as he sits there just going, I may have swiped some of that cake from the kitchen. I didn't believe it would come back to bite me this bad.
You have cake?
Important life lesson.
You said you have cake, and Ball will say, correction, we had cake.
It's a waste of good cake.
Nothing builds strong character like the occasional pain and suffering. I'm just gonna pat him on the back and walk away.
So you pat him on the back, right? As soon as you pat him, just. But the thing is, Sir, you watch this, and what comes out is almost like molten, fiery cake bits. And
That's the ship on fire, and you're going in the sea.
Yeah, it goes out and lands in the water and steams and hisses as it gets put out. And Ball just kind of looks at you and says, "No, I don't want to light the ship on fire, considering that I'm on it."
I said nothing about a want. I said if it lights on fire, you're going in the sea.
Gungnir sees all this and just internally just says to himself, weaknesses logged.
Gunir, give me a perception check.
Perception? Alright.
Yep.
What's my perception?
Percept in a century.
My perception's fuck all. Alright, straight roll. That is a 10.
Alrighty. So, Gunir, you are scanning back and forth, just going back and forth. And somebody just from your left side just walks and bumps straight into you.
Just
And you look down to see who it is. And you see an old man wearing ratty clothes, and he looks at you and he goes, "Well, excuse me there, miss." And you're like, "Wait a minute. I know this man."
Do I?
You do. This is Captain Alexander Anderson.
Oh, is it?
Wait. Wait.
I'm just gonna look at him. Greetings, Captain.
Oh, it's you again, the metal man. Good to see you. I hope your little excursion to that island went well for you. How you been?
Mission accomplished. Query.
Oh.
How are you here?
Well, let's see. I was in a very dark, moist place for about, I think it was maybe half a day, maybe a whole day, not quite sure. So, yeah, I don't know. I came out of something. I don't know where, but then I wasn't in that place anymore. And then I was in like a cold, kind of salty place. Not quite sure what that was. Kind of hard to breathe. And then I washed up on a sandy beach or something. I think it was a sandy beach. Didn't quite know. So I walked around and, you know, did some things. And then I found this boat, and I got on it.
Gungnir's just gonna look at him raise this guy's the captain's danger level to high priority.
We are currently a target.
You're currently a high threat. This is like special, like labeling his abilities. Absurd luck.
Oh no, I meant that like fucking we currently have someone on board who is being targeted by an incredibly dangerous entity.
That is also true, yes. I'm just saying, like, this guy is just dangerous himself.
Yeah, I forgot about the crazy bird.
Yeah, the crazy bird that kills people to gain power. That bird.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, speaking of which, I'm going to turn to... Who's near me?
Everyone except Torval.
I'll say I stagger out onto the deck at this point.
All right, Torval, you stagger up the stairs and you see Captain Alexander Anderson talking to Gungnir. And you're kind of like...
I like blink. I'm not sober enough for this.
Gungnir's going to turn to Surak and say, "Watch for sea monsters. We have lunch on board."
Look at him, glance over at Ball, look back. We've got a molten cannon on board as well. We'll be fine.
Acknowledged. Molten cannon. Fire the ball!
I look up and down at like Ball's smoking at like is his mouth still like visibly smoking or something?
There's some wisps coming out of his mouth as he coughs and hangs over the side of the ship.
I take out my Embers mutagen and just quick fire resistance. Get that.
Okay. Ball side eyes you with you kind of seriously look, and then he goes back to being seasick.
Actually, Gungnir's going to look at Captain Anderson and ask, "Have you made contracts with any devils or demons?"
No.
That's a weird
Not
question.
to my knowledge, Mr. Metalman, but I have to say, he's gonna lean into like your arm, thinking it's your ear. I don't quite know what those are.
Have you had any contact with a higher being or voice in your head?
Not to my knowledge. The only voice I listened to was Butterball.
You should probably not do that.
Butterball's my CNI parrot. He'd never leave me astray.
Where's Butterball?
Oh, Butterball does this all the time. He goes out and does things. Yeah, parrot things. Probably getting more crackers or something. I don't know.
He's currently riding a sea serpent or something.
I mean, what do you expect me to know what he does? I can't see. I'm blind.
You could probably go to a cleric about
I
that.
do when we.
I'm beginning to believe you can't
land.
think either.
What do you ask, Matt?
What are you gonna do once we land?
Oh, me? I go back to the harbor and sit on the dock and,
Wait for Butterball?
fish.
Fish.
How good is the fish?
I don't know. I've never caught any, but that won't stop me.
Got it. Harrow's just gonna walk away.
This guy's gonna outlive us all.
Little do you know, I made him an immortal.
God.
He's actually a part of the Black Beaver Legion.
Oh, of course. He's the final boss.
He's actually an elder god.
I was thinking they like experimented on him or something.
Yeah. So while all this is going on, the captain...
Gods just think it's funny.
The captain of the ship, the white the albino goblin who is currently helming the mast. You guys are a little bit away from the jagged outcroppings from around the island, so you've just come clear of those. And the goblin's gonna call out, "Hey, where do you all? You want to go somewhere? Do you want me to take the ship somewhere? Do you want to stay on the ship? I mean, where are we going?"
We're going back to the city, right? We still haven't. Don't we have something else to do in the city? I forget.
Don't think so.
I
Do we
mean,
have anything to do anywhere else?
the only thing that you guys know when you left the city is that Farrell, the guy who drives the cart, he gave you he told you he was going to be in the town up the coast, a town called Lyria.
There's that, and technically we could see if Gungnir can get another date.
Oh yeah, there is that.
We want to go back.
What about that second date?
How to date your robot to Electric Boogaloo?
How to
We could-
date your robot?
We could turn this session into the comedy dating episode, right? Where it's like just Gungnir's posse trying to help Gungnir navigate a date.
You know what? If
It's
that's
just
what
monster
that's
combo
what you
with
guys
everything
want to
there.
do, I am here to support you.
That's up to everybody else.
It's just Monster Prom, but with our D&D character.
Torval knows how to navigate people, let alone a date.
I think Torval struggles with navigating life. I think Torval struggles with navigating getting out of bed in the morning.
Orville struggles to navigate the bathroom.
No,
He's
okay.
not incompetent, he's crazy.
That is a battlefield he's very familiar with. I'll have you know.
The bathroom is very.
He has to fight the toilet.
You won't
He
get
has
me.
to fight the guy climbing out of the toilet trying to
Yeah,
get
dude.
clothes.
Torval, like, looking into the fucking toilet, what do you need all this poop for?
Exactly. It's like they're stealing it. They're using it for something. They're making golems.
They're making gold.
Fucking poop.
Orville doesn't use the bathroom because he doesn't want other people having his feces.
It's a precious resource.
Precious.
Alrighty, so where would you guys like to go?
I will defer to
I
the
guess.
group.
Okay.
Well, I still haven't said bye to my brother. Back in the city. He said I would talk to him again.
Yeah, I'm fine with letting Harold talk to his brother again.
Okay.
What about you guys?
Aside, Gungnir's actually kind of done what he was wanted. Actually, no, Gungnir hasn't done what he wanted to do. He wanted to get back at what's his face, who ran away.
Buchanan.
Buchanan, yeah.
They don't
And he
know.
still has to beat up all the copies of him. So other than that, he really has nothing. That's the only thing that Gungnir really wants to do at the moment.
Okay.
I don't think we know where Buchanan went, unfortunately.
Well, last you saw him, he got blown out a door.
Yeah, I think he's still alive somewhere.
It's possible.
How about you, Torval? You got anything you need to do?
But, not particularly.
I mean, wasn't your sister back in the city? You don't want to go talk to her?
He hasn't seemed like he's wanted to be anywhere near her.
She was a great drinking buddy.
Didn't he have you drink dishwater?
It tasted good.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, I'm beginning to suspect your problem is more severe than we thought.
Well, to be fair, she was also drinking it, so I could only assume it was of high quality.
It's not exactly
That's-
a topic I'm eager to get into. Let's just put it that way.
Not how substance abuse works.
Now, that word was really big.
Substance.
Which one?
There was more than one?
There was 2 words there, Harrow. Substance, abuse. Those are 2 words.
Two syllable words.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the bottom of the ship and look for something to drink.
Okay. You will go to the bottom of the ship to look for something to drink. When you get to the bottom of the ship,
Oh no.
you find
Barrels.
Vimos. What's up?
I said, please let him find the piss barrels.
It's a barrel.
You find Vimos down in the cargo hold. He's down there with what looks like an alchemy set. He's got a burner going and he's making some things. But because of the way the ship's moving, you keep seeing whatever he's doing fizzing and poofing black smoke in his face and shit. Fuck.
To be abundantly clear, he has an open flame near the booze.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Cool, just checking.
Oh, what are you doing there? You making a drink?
A drink, you say? That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, and he's just going to pull out one of the corks, fill up a mug. He's going to take whatever he was working on the burner, put it in the drink, and then he's going to hand it to you.
I'm going to fucking chug it.
Okay. Harrow, give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
All right. Quick maths. 13.
Okay, Harrow, you drink this concoction, and you know what it's like to drink or to put Pop Rocks in your mouth?
Yeah?
It's like that times 10. And because you swallow it, that Pop Rock sensation times 10 now goes in your mouth, down your throat, hits your stomach, and then it feels like something explodes in your stomach.
That's before.
And you will be taking 4 fire damage from drinking this concoction.
11 times, as a matter of fact.
Does it get me drunk, though?
No, it does not.
That was a little weak.
It makes you a little loopy, but
I'm gonna look at Venus. That was a little weak.
Makes you a little loopy. Yeah, that's the internal bleeding.
and then Venus is gonna look at you and go, "Okay, do you want?"
Stronger. Now.
Rip Harrow.
Okay. And we'll get back to this.
Look at that.
What are the rest of you doing?
I mean,
Say, meditating.
Meditating? Vibing? Gunneer?
Look out.
Look out? Okay. And have you all colloquially decided you want to go back to Crest? Yes?
Yes?
I think so.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's where the ship's gonna go. I just want to make sure that's where you want the ship to go.
Yeah, I think we're going to let Harrow talk to his brother and then see if there's maybe a few other small things we can tie up and before heading anywhere else.
Okay. I will say about an hour has gone by, and down in the cargo hold, Harrow is just chanting and raving and just carrying on as Vimos has essentially made a drink that's like, that fucking big in diameter. And he's gonna go, okay, but you might want to sign a waiver before you drink this. I don't know what it's gonna do.
Harrow takes the paper, takes like a pen.
There's no paper. He's just saying that you might want to sign a waiver because he's not sure what this is going to do to you.
Harrow's just gonna wave at him and go, okay, I'm ready.
He's gonna cautiously hand you it.
Gonna chug it.
Okay, you,
Good thing Onero's still available.
Harrow, you chug it, and you sit there, and you're like, man, this alcohol ain't shit. Then you get drunk, and then fire starts coming out of your ears.
Now you've got me asking a whole different question. Where the fuck are my ears?
They're on the sides of your head. You're a bird.
Okay.
Birds have
There's
little.
just fire coming out of the side.
Well, technically, because birds have little tiny ear holes, your ears aren't visible, so there's just fire coming out of the sides.
I
Still
visually
boots on
have
the
ears,
shit,
so
man.
Well, it's not like a giant spurt of flame, but it's just like there's two flames coming out of his ears.
I don't think Vemos is going to accidentally be the death of us.
okay. Is this it?
Yeah.
He
that's-
did. And he
Okay.
should have known better and just not done it.
Harrow is just going to take some more drinks. Are my ears still shooting fire?
Yes.
I'm going to walk up to the top of the ship, pounding back more drinks.
Okay,
Actually,
Harrow
has anyone told Vemos that Harrow's actually a child?
I don't think so. No.
That would explain it. Would
So,
explain it.
for those of you on deck, you see Harrow come up, knocking back drinks with fire coming out of his ears.
Gunger's gonna look at this and then look back out into the ocean, not caring.
Seems pretty normal.
It seems pretty normal to me.
Anyone else gonna say anything or?
My eyes are closed, so unless you start making a whole lot of troublesome racket,
Sirek is meditating, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Sirek, buddy! I have a drink! Hold take!
Arrow, what?
You gonna take it? You gonna have some?
You watch this bird as he is loopily shaking back and forth, holding this mug, alcohol tipping out of the mug as he's offering it to you, with jets of fire coming out of both of his ears.
I'm going to just take the cup from him.
That's the spirit. Now drink.
Just gonna set it down. I'm just gonna look at him. I'm just gonna plug his ears.
Okay. You stick both of your fingers in his ears and you hear a... And you pull your fingers out and the jets of fire have stopped.
Where'd go?
Arrow, I would like you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Normally, not advantage.
Alright, 15.
All right. Harrow, you say, "Where'd my hair go?" and then collapse right in front of Surak, unconscious.
I'm just gonna take that drink he handed me, pour the contents over the edge, set the cup back down. Then I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna make sure he's... I'm gonna put Harrow in the recovery position, and then I'm just gonna go back to meditating a couple of feet away.
Hey, Harrow is in the recovery position, and he will not choke on his own vomit because Surak is trained in first aid.
Sorak knows survival skills and has
like
dealt
that.
with drunk people.
I'd like to imagine that when Sarek poured out the cup, it landed on Butterball, who was flying by.
You get Butterball just slowly coming up in alcohol.
Blast! Foiled again!
Alcohol, my only weakness, goes back into the ocean. And I will say about 4 hours go by on the sea, and for those of you, milling about, Surak, are you still meditating?
Until something stops me at the moment, yes.
Okay. So, Surak, you are meditating. Harrow, you are passed out, sleeping on the Actually, it's kind of funny because the ship is rolling with the waves. Harrow is just sliding back and forth on the ship as it moves with the waves. So Surak, you are sitting there meditating, and in front of you, you hear the pitter patter of little feet as you hear a little girl say, "Hey, Mr. Big Guy."
Yes.
Hi. I don't think we exchanged names. I just kind of saw you. You were really cool, and you blew up that island, and you gave Sirius the. It was wow. We made a lot of food, and we want you to be there because you saved us. She's kind of, as she keeps talking, she's shrinking, just realizing how big you are compared to her.
Just gonna pat her on the head. Eat your fill, little one. I've had enough food for now.
Oh, okay. Just, keep being cool, I guess. Yeah. You're my hero, and she's gonna run off.
Well, that was unnecessary praise.
And Harrow, while you are sliding about on the deck, you are waken up abruptly as Theomund is just shaking you, just banging
Am
you.
I sober or am I still?
You're half fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, we made a bunch of food. We're having a feast on the lower deck. What? Did you eat something? Did you eat poison?
I don't know. I didn't eat anything. I drank.
You drank poison?
I don't think so. There was fire.
You drank fire?
I think I drank an explosion.
You drank an explosion? What did it taste like?
So, imagine if stomach go boom.
I don't understand.
Boom.
And he's gonna slowly try and pull you down to the lower deck.
Arrow is belligerently following.
Okay. Anyone else?
I think Torval's probably already there eating.
Okay. Torval's eating like a fucking savage man. Gundyr, what are you doing? Still lookout?
If no one comes to get me, yeah, he'll just be a lookout.
Okay. Down below, Torval, there is a very long table. It doesn't seat everybody because now there's the crew, plus the 68 slaves, plus, whoever else is on board. But you have taken a seat at the end of the table, and you are trying to eat your troubles away. You are quite stressed after everything that had happened. Setting up those explosives was out of your wheelhouse. You're thinking about all those owlbears that could have ripped you limb from limb and eaten you if you had messed up.
And then I told them that Rostro would kill them if they didn't run. And I yelled at them about, wrath was upon them. And they were so scared that they let me right in.
Torval, give me a performance check. With disadvantage because your mouth is full of food.
Yes. 1, 2.
And now Torval's telling stories. It's like Zeshi.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
5.
Okay. There's like 2 people listening to you, but they don't seem super amused because you're spitting food on them.
I was very impressive.
But, yeah, Torval, you just have a plate that's like a mountain of whatever you could get your grubby hands on to eat. Like, you just don't care. You're like, is that edible? Is that food? All right, I'm eating it. Harrow, you're brought down. You see this, Torval going ham on food. What do you do?
Man, I'm gonna take something right out of Torval's hand. And just, this is good.
I grab my plate. Just...
Torval, you grab this plate of food and you just you mush it into your body.
Nutrients assimilate.
I was trying to move it to the side.
He pushes it into his body and just starts eating it like.
Arrow's just gonna take more food off the table and
He's becoming
Everybody's
one
on
with
hand.
food.
Okay, you bite your own hand. You take 3 damage from biting your own hand.
Jeez.
Who needs combat when you can self-destruct?
Hmm. Alright. Anything else? Okay. So I will say you guys can take a long rest. And when I'll say, let me look. Okay, so 2 days have gone by at sea, and when those 2 days are up, you have rolled into the harbor at Crest. As you are coming into the harbor, you see a kind of 2 medium-sized, the equivalent of tugboats. And they are currently at the mouth of the harbor pulling a ship out from under the ocean. And as your ship passes them, they look at your ship and from what you can see, they're a little worried. They look a little concerned. And
Hands.
then you're like, wait, what are they looking at? And then you look at the pirate flag that is visibly flying.
Oh,
What to say? I think we know.
Should we take that down?
I've probably talked to the crew about that.
I think it's a touch late for that.
And as you pull into the harbor and pull into one of the larger docks, about 20 guards come onto the dock with spears at the ready, pointed, and your gangplank comes down. And you hear from one of the guards, "Alright, you filthy pirates! What do you want in the city of Crest? Because if you're here to pillage and plunder, we ain't letting you on board."
It's gonna wander off down the gangplank, hammer slung over my shoulders, and just say, "Would you all relax? We merely hitched a ride. Our ship got busted."
Oh, your name is Surak. Yes. You fellas have been the talk of the town for, I'd say, a couple of days now, especially after blowing up that boat.
We didn't do that, but yeah, your princess is fancy one of my companions, so best let us off without spears.
On cue, Gungnir starts walking down, looks up. What?
No, we wouldn't dream of harming, anybody who's been knighted by now ruler of Crest. So.
Oh, I wasn't, but if you try to hit me, you're going to regret
That's right.
it.
Correct. That's right. Sorek rejected it. I forgot.
Yep. And he will say, "So, what are you all doing back in our fair city? I mean, of course, you're welcome to come anytime. You are esteemed guests, of course."
Sorry, did you say ruler?
Well, yes, we had a coronation ceremony. You see, with the regent being, he's just kind of lean in, dead. There's no one to take up his responsibilities and to run the city. So Miss Anastra stepped up to partake in his responsibilities. Also, line of succession, that whole spiel. I'm not very well versed on how royalty works and all that jazz, but Anestra, she's not. Well, she's not the ruler, but she works as, I'd say, the right or left hand. I guess that's really a preference thing. But she assists Anostra. But Anostra is the ruler now, so she's technically our queen. It happened all a little fast. I'm still coping with it myself.
Alright.
Rex just gonna like have a little light bulb go off and then just go back onto the ship to get Lazuli.
Okay.
Harrow's just gonna fly straight from the boat to the city.
Okay.
He's heading for his brother's forge.
Okay. You are going to go see Horus. That's fine. Where would the rest of you like to go and or do things?
The island we just blew up was technically like a black market ring, right? Like slaver's ring.
Yes.
Nothing technical about it. It was straight up black market.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a major one. Obviously,
Yes,
right?
it was a major black market trading hub that
Okay.
traded in all types of things, the main being slaves.
All right, then Gungnir being Gungnir and military and all that, since he's here, he's just gonna report that to Anostra.
Okay, are you going to go there in person?
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of slaves,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have 68 slaves.
the 68 slaves that you had rescued kind of start popping their heads up one by one on the boat, kind of looking at the city, taking it all in, and just kind of like, oh, wow, this place is big and whatnot. And the guard that is talking to you, Sarak, is going to see them and go, what,
Oh, I went back on the ship, remember?
You went back on the ship. So who's out on the dock right now?
I think by process of elimination, I'm.
I guess Tor? If
Okay,
he's
so
if he's even like left the ship yet.
The guard is going to look at you, Torval, and say, what's with all of them on the deck? Who are they? Are they pirates?
Oh no, we saved him from a life of captivity. You know, hero stuff. I guess.
What exactly did you do that would warrant you saving? He just starts counting them one by one.
You know the black market.
Oh, yes, Black Biter Isle. I know of it, but we have a strict don't go there because they'll capture you and sell you as a slave.
It's not
Why?
I mean, that's why I hire adventurers, right?
Tangling with the black market is a very touchy situation, but anyway, so you went there, yes?
Went there, freed the slaves, and then we blew it up.
It's gone.
Oh, yes, you freed the slaves. You what?
Oh, you know,
You-
they had some very load-bearing pillars in the caverns below the whole thing. We had a demolitions expert with us. It was all very
Sorry,
impressive.
my good man. One does not simply just blow up an island.
I mean,
Can Sarek just like while they're having this conversation come back out with Lazuli, but also just dragging Sirius along?
Yes, that's absolutely fine. And he's gonna say one does not simply blow up an island. He's gonna see Sirius and go, is that
yeah,
is
don't question it.
oh my god.
Oh, just looking down at Tor. Did you tell him about the island?
Yeah, I did.
So how many of these slaves did you rescue? Do you have a head count?
I believe it's 68 is the number.
67, 68. Gungnir knew the exact number. Where is Gungnir?
Gungnir has he's left.
Is he on another tea date, Tor?
Might be. But yeah,
Nice.
hi. We are the Improbables, name pending.
The what?
Don't question it. Just let it happen.
Never
Just slowly leaning down towards him.
never mind. So let me get this straight. You blew up an island. You kidnapped a high up black market individual. You rescued all of the slaves.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about right.
I also
Lads,
broke his arm.
well, I don't. That's the last on my list. He's an asshole. Guards, please lower
thought-
the spears.
I
Get
thought we were just
blankets.
listing things.
Get blankets, get food. I am going to have to do a considerable amount of paperwork because that is 68 refugees in the city of Crest.
Yep.
We thank you for your service and saving these poor souls. We will see that they are well taken care of.
Harrow is going to come rushing back looking for Theo.
Okay. Theomund is on the deck with the rest of the refugees that are kind of looking and taking in the sights, and Theomund's going to see you and go, "Wow, this place is a lot nicer than those dank slave hobble cages."
Yes, of course it is.
Are they,
better when you're not in captivity.
Are they going to let us live here? Is it going to
You
be?
can live wherever you want, as far as I know. I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to come meet my brother and maybe go back to a town called Prosperity.
Prosperity? I've never heard of it.
Ah, it's the best. It's even better than this place.
Think about it.
Do not crush the child's dreams.
And the guard who seems to be leading the situation will say, "Whatever you adventurers have to do in town, feel free. If you need any assistance, ask any of the guard. And me and my boys will get all of these refugees sorted out. I'm sure we have some temporary housing we can put them in until we find something more permanent."
Yeah, I actually have a favor of you all.
Yes, whatever could you need?
The Church of the Broken Spear. Mind
Yes.
keeping them off our backs while we're in town?
Well, considering you are esteemed guests of the current queen, I doubt they try to touch you within the city walls. Lest they bring the ire of the guards on them, and also the fact that they do business in our city walls. It'd be
I
a
think Marston's petty enough.
It sure would be a shame if we kicked them out.
I still wouldn't put it past Marston.
We'll keep an eye on them.
Good, because if he attacks again, you might need an extra grave plot.
Very well. Anything else, my good man?
Or you need anything?
Or
Do you need more red string?
maybe an inn other than the one we were staying at before. Just avoid awkward conversations. I don't know how long we're planning on staying, actually, now that I think about it.
I wouldn't assume long, minor things. Harrow has a little business, Gungnir has a little business. We can get the thankfully now freed people into a more proper location. I wouldn't say more than a day unless suddenly something else comes up.
Fair enough.
So as the two of you are talking, Lonnie is going to be exiting the gangplank carrying a pile of books. She's kind of stumbling, wobbling back and forth, trying to keep her balance.
I forgot she was on the ship.
She did come with you. All right, so she managed to make her way down, and she sees the two of you, and she goes, "Oh, hey, you guys! I have some more research to do. I am going to be looking into the other pieces of that sword, because if the handle exists, well, the other four, maybe five. Well, I don't know how many pieces they broke it into, but I'm gonna find out."
Actually, I think I have something that could help you out.
You left.
Did I leave again?
Yes, you flew off to go see your brother. You are not there.
But I came back for
To get
Theo.
Theo.
I was talking to Theo and...
Are you okay? Never mind.
You literally had Theo talking to him.
All right, that's fine. Because he remember he said that's fine. Sorry, you're still
I
there.
came back because I and Hera remembered. Forgot Theo.
Okay,
Wanted to go see Theo, so I came back.
so you came back. Okay, so you're talking to her. That's fine.
I'm going to take out Striker's compass
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hand it to her. I'm just going to say, you can borrow this, but I need it back before I leave.
What am I going to do with the? This compass is very angry.
Yeah.
This. How?
Oh, here. Do you want to talk to the compass? And she's going to offer it to you.
Listen, I get my kind have before said they speak to mountains and all that. Those are metaphors. We do not literally talk to inanimate
No, but
objects.
that
And she's-
thing actually talks.
She's going to touch it to your skin.
Or you literally think there is a giant crab telling you to invest indoors. Do you really think I'll take you seriously on
And
this?
Surak, you hear from the compass, oh, please tell me that you have some sanity, some sense, some actual intelligence. They keep putting me with the bird and the conspiracy theorist. God damn!
Right, who's casting the spell? This isn't funny.
I'm not a spell. I'm in the compass.
What was he saying? He's saying what that was a really good decision giving him to the bird. I thought it was.
I'm very nice.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, for all the gods in the 9 realms, please don't leave me with that bird again.
He's from Asgard.
Arrow, no more compass time.
But it was, I like the compass. It's shiny.
Well, apparently the compass doesn't like you, and that's never a sentence I thought I would say.
Please, big guy, you have common sense. You're intelligent. You can take pity on an old ship captain who's been stuffed inside of a compass and had his soul ripped from his immortal body and has been forced to live out 400 years as an inanimate object. Please do not leave me with that senseless bird brain moron.
A lot of nice things to say.
I insult him over and over again, but he never listens. He thinks I'm being nice to him. And then I tried being nice to him, and he took it as me being nice to him.
I'll look at Lonnie. When you have completed whatever business you have with this compass, return it to myself or the metal man.
Please tell me she's not going to ask me 20 questions about shiny feathers. I can't take it anymore.
She can still hear you.
Oh. Right. Sorry, I feel like I lost 100 years worth of sanity off my already waning sanity. And she's gonna pull the compass away from you.
So
Okay,
what nice
good.
things did he have to say? Ah, it's okay. You don't need to tell me. I know him. He's great.
Afternoon drinks, anyone?
Please.
Let me get my brother first.
Okay. So your choices, if you're going to get afternoon drinks, you have the choice of the Catch of the Day, Huntsman's Harvest, the Morning Hen, the Seabass Inn, or you can try your luck at the Indoor Open Market.
The Harvest is where we were staying before, right?
Yes.
Have we been to the
I'm going there. I have no problems. Also, I don't want food thrown around while I'm drinking.
Have we been to the market?
Yes, you went to the indoor market once.
Yeah, briefly.
Wahoo.
think I'll go to the market.
Okay. Torval's going to the market.
This little piggy went to the market.
No.
Gungnir, you're going to the market?
No, I'm already here.
Gungnir is still attempting a meeting with the regent.
That's fine. Okay, so you're going to the seaside palace. Torval's
Yes.
going to the market. Surak is going to the Huntsman Harvest. Harrow?
I'm going to pick up Horace.
Mhm.
I'm going to take him to the harvest.
To the
with
harvest.
Sir.
Okay. So, Torval,
Yeah.
you go to the indoor market, and there's plenty of stalls, different people selling different odds and ends, some food stalls, magic stalls, people selling books. You think if you look hard enough, you might be able to find anything in here.
Shit. I'm gonna go browsing.
Okay, we'll go browsing. Roll me a d20.
14.
14. All right, so you are browsing around, you're looking around, and you come across what is that called? A display. And this display has all different types of jewelry and necklaces and rings. And you find yourself just, a little attracted to it as you're watching it. You're like, stuff looks nice. It's shiny. Wait a minute. Has Harrow been rubbing off on me? And as you are looking in this display case, you see a lizard folk pop up from behind the counter, and he sees you staring intently, and he goes, "Ah, I see you have a good eye for the extravagant. Tell me, my good man, what brings you to Salazar's Jewelry Emporium?"
I'm just window shopping at the moment.
Oh, I see. You are window shopping. Oh, what may you be shopping for? Do you need a new piece for your hand? Do you need a new bag for your lady? Do you need a new form of dress for yourself to impress your lady, or perhaps get a lady you do not have? Don't you worry, Salazar knows.
I'm getting flashbacks to Aladdin.
Too close. Little too close.
Not too close.
Hang on a sec. I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but since I'm here, you do, piercings?
Piercings, yeah. Salazar does these things many a times, mostly for more of the effeminate clients, but occasionally a sailor does come by and he asks for a piercing. Usually and he's gonna kind of like rub his nipples a bit.
Okay, that's enough. You don't need to go into detail.
Oh, I see. Too much. Salazar understands.
Yeah, I was thinking something more just like ear or something.
Oh, you want your pierced? Yeah, Salazar can do this for you. Your right ear, your left ear, both?
Let's just do left for now.
Ear, I see. Oh, a question for you, my good man. You seem very good, very well-traveled, adventurous. Would you perhaps be interested in the newest fashion sensation that is overtaking all of the kingdom?
I don't like the place your accent just slipped right there. It gave me some bad memories. Just a fair.
Oh, no. You see, the exclusive designer. Do you know him? His name is Von Klaus. He has released a type of tear-resistant fancy clothing that he calls the Hobo Man. Everyone cannot wait to get their hands on it.
You don't say.
Yes, it is very, well, sought after. The nobility wears it now, some of the middle class likes to have it, and a couple of the sailors didn't really want to be seen buying it, but they bought it too.
I have no idea what you're buying, but why does it sound like you're being sold Google Glass?
To catch you up, Ethan, this lizard folk is telling Torful about the new fashion sensation that is sweeping the kingdoms, known as the Dirty Hobo Man collection.
Von Klaus has been busy.
Okay, so that's two of our PCs who've been copied by people they don't like.
Yeah, just for now. So the more metallic stuff, less of the clothing based stuff.
Oh,
Uh,
of course. Salazar understands. So you want your ear pierced? I can do this for you.
just out of simple curiosity, I understand if it's too extravagant for a place such as this, but you have any stuff that has like some, a little extra something mixed in, maybe something a little magic-y, or is it all just
Oh, magic-y. Yes. Salazar knows what you want. He knows.
The lamb.
A wide collection of magic-y things. And he's going to pull out a iron box and he's going to open it up and go, these I do not usually put out in the display case because I do not want anyone to smashy and grabby. So I keep them with me personally. But a wide range of magic rings with different effects. What might you be looking for, my good man?
any chance those enchantments can be transferred to the whole piercing thing? I have aesthetic in mind,
Oh, you have an aesthetic.
just
I
purely for flavor.
see.
You understand? The mechanically, it would the mechanics of the game would not be affected in any way. I don't know
Oh
who I'm
yes, of
I don't
oh
know who I'm
yes,
talking to
of
anymore.
oh yes, of course. So he's going to say,
Just as you say that, you slowly feel a crab claw on the back of your neck. Just silence.
so he's gonna go. Oh yes, you want something to be the eye or of the eye. Yes, Salazar understand this, and he's gonna look you up and down, and he will pull out a gold earring with a red gem that is hanging in the center of it, and he will go. You see, it looks like just a normal earring, but he flicks it, and kind of like a little flame starts to kind of pull out of it. And it kind of, the type of earrings that hang down, that flame starts to extend and hang down and produce a little bit of light.
Well, it's nice. I happen to have decent vision in dark environs already, so I don't know how useful it would be for me specifically. But
Oh, I
it's
see. You're not a bit of a fire. Perhaps you would like something more along the lines of, and he's going to pull out a different earring. This one is more of a stud. And he's going to poke this one, and little moths made entirely of light are going to just flutter around it in a circle.
I mean, does it do anything for me besides make light?
Oh, these are more of aesthetically pleasing, a little bit of extra flair for your person.
Gotcha. All right. So it's nice. I won't deny it's nice. You have anything?
Guy, this guy likes Von Klaus. Of course, they're extravagant and flamboyant.
Of course. You have anything that maybe packs a bit more of a punch?
So you want something that can hurt people, or you want something to be more extravagant?
Well, I mean, just I don't know. Either impactful in combat, or maybe protective, or anything that does something more for. Like, if I just want something to look nice, I got plenty of options. I don't need to necessarily break the bank on pretty glowy lights.
I see. Pretty glowy lights, you say. Oh.
Was hoping you might have something. And it's, so you mentioned I look kind of adventure-y. Adventurers like to have things that can help them out in their travels.
All right. So he is going to look at you, and he's going to go, perhaps I have something that could help you out, but many people can handle it, because it's zappy, if you know what I mean.
I have,
Do you think you can handle the zappy?
I actually I'm starting to pick up some of the zappy zappy myself, so maybe that's
Oh, you're a man of the zappy zappy. Well, he's going to reach to the bottom of the box, and he's going to pull out a very tarnished looking earring. Perhaps this is what you are looking for, my friend.
sort of inspect it and sort of like run a finger along it.
So you are looking at this, and this is a very old blood hunter relic.
Oh shit. That's how'd you come across this, if you don't mind?
Oh, Salazar does much trading. He goes many places. It's something that somebody threw in as an extra discount. They couldn't sell it because, well, nobody can handle it. You give it to a regular person and they just end up frying themselves. It's like their bodies could not handle it. It's like you have to be made for it or something. I don't know.
My body's a little different from most.
He's gonna look you up and down. Oh, yes, Salazar does agree with that.
I don't like the way you said that, but
Look, my dear customer, when you've got it, you've got it.
I'll take your word for it.
How Torvalds is so popular with the right kind of person.
Say he attracts a certain crowd.
Yes.
How much would you be looking for this little piece?
Well, considering that nobody can use it, and most people that do end up frying off all their hair,
I'll just instinctively pat my hair.
I would sell it to you for 50 gold, if you wish to take the risk.
I will open my purse, pull out 50 gold, and put it on the table.
Hey, so why don't you take a seat and Salazar will get this baby hooked up right on your left ear,
Sounds like a plan.
Righty, Torval is getting his ear pierced.
I don't know, the aesthetic.
You really should go to a tattoo shop for that. These mole piercers, they don't clean their guns.
Alrighty. So, Surak, you are in the Huntsman's Harvest. You have sat down and you're having a bit of a conversation with the bartender who... Oh, go ahead.
Just quick question. Is Lazuli still conked out?
She's with you. She's a little bit awake, but you could still tell that she's kind of out of it. You think it might be because she saw her mom.
That's fair. Then I'm just going to still have her in, like, the one arm.
Okay.
And at this point, in order to hold the drink, I've just dropped Sirius and just put my foot on top of his back.
You still have Sirius with you?
He does. And Sirius, you just have your foot on him, and he's sitting there. You know my arm is still broken. You do realize that there is a way you're supposed to treat prisoners.
I'm going to stomp on his head.
Great. He will take 1 damage. And he'll go, and he will not say anything else.
I'd bite your tongue if you want your other arm intact.
And the bartender is going to go, so who's the guy you're currently using as a footrest?
Black market dealer.
Oh, my... Of course, please continue. In fact, he's going to put you a drink in front of you. This one's on the house.
Oh, thank you.
And for a little while, Harrow, you come in with your brother, Horace, and he's going to just be like, and then what happened?
Well, Torval, walked through this cave, and he did it perfectly. He didn't wake up any of the owlbears. There was 1 million of them.
1 million owlbears.
They were all rested
wow.
now. He just snook.
What a swell guy.
Yeah, we all did really well. It was great. Hey, you want to punch a bad guy?
I can punch a bad guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Sherek and I guess Lazuli's there. Right there, punch him.
Okay. And he's gonna lean down to Sirius. I'm sorry if I'm not very...
Don't apologize.
I'm not sorry if I'm very not good. Take this! And it's just gonna hear a wet slap. Just... I did it!
Yeah.
Punching form is terrible.
I'm sorry, I usually make swords and whatnot.
Harrow, he's related to you. Have you not taught him how to punch yet?
Okay. You gotta do it a bit like this. I'm gonna spend a key point and do a focused strike or
Okay.
whatever, just right to his face.
The Sirius?
Yeah.
Okay, you punch Sirius. He will take 1 damage.
1 damage. Just bang!
I am not a punching bag.
No, you're right. Punching bags are fun. You're just a douchebag.
Could you put the gag back on him? I think it slipped off while I was dragging him.
I will immediately put the gag in his mouth and I'll tie it extra tight so that it's like ripping his mouth back and hurting him.
And he'll just, oh.
That's how you deal with a bad guy. Anyway, now it's time for the fun part. We drink.
Oh, okay. And Horace is going to sit next to Usarak, and he's gonna look you up and down and say, "Hey, Surak is your name, right?
Yes.
Harrow has told me a lot about you, and I maybe might have got a little excited, just a little bit, and I may have made a weapon. You interested?
It's what it is.
Oh, it's an axe. This is a big axe, you know.
Not particularly.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, sorry, Horace.
Oh, you know, they can't all be winners. I'm just impressed by the things that you guys do. You're just a blacksmith. I make weapons.
The weapons are important. We all use them.
That is a fair point.
A clan is not simply made of fighters. If it were, it would collapse rather quickly.
Yeah. Kind of like our one sister, who's a tax accountant.
You have a sister?
Oh, yeah, we have, well, counting me, he's technically got, I think 8 brothers and sisters.
8 brothers and 8 sisters, or 8 brothers and sisters total?
No, 8 brothers and 8 sisters. We have a lot of family.
Wait to meet them all.
Lord, your parents were busy.
And still haven't met them. It's crazy.
Well, you see, at least from what I was told, Ben, God, I can't remember. What did I,
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew, yep, that was her name. Just trying to, it slipped my mind. You see, Bart here, he was technically their first kid, but then they thought he got eaten by wolves, so our parents made a vow to, have as many children as they possibly could in case they got eaten by wolves, but it turned out that Bart here was the only one. Or so we thought.
And Harrow is standing there looking slightly proud.
He's the oldest.
Yeah.
Aren't I great?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. I mean, technically we're supposed to mature at a faster rate comparable to, most races.
Also, did you say his name was Bart?
Yeah, Bartholomew. You didn't know that?
Wait, then where did you get Harrow from?
Well, when I was small, I got to prosperity, and some guy was, you know, he was sitting there and he's like, hey, kid, you look a little Harrow there. And well, that it's my name. I'm Harrow. He called me Harrow.
Hmm. So, do you want to stick with Harrow, or should we start calling you Bart?
It's my name. I'm Harrow.
Hey, Harrow it is.
Alrighty. So, Anir, you have approached the gates of the seaside castle. And when you make your way up there, you see two guards manning the gate, and they both look at you, little confused. And one of them walks up to you and just says, state your business? Can a robot even state its business?
Reporting to the regent regarding bitter black eye.
Oh, you wanna see the regent? Oh, okay. Who are you?
Designation Gungnir.
Uh, Wait a minute. Gungnir. I don't know who you are. Hold on. I'm gonna take this up the line. And
I was just gonna say, if you didn't let me in, Gungnir's just gonna like amplify his voice and say, "And ask."
so after about 5 minutes of deliberation, the gate will open up, and you will see a Nostra standing there. And she'll see you and go, and she's not wearing her normal outfit. She's actually wearing something a bit more fancy. It's kind of like it's like an overcoat with some fuzz in the wrists and the neck. And she'll see you and just go, Anir, what brings you here? Back from your little excursion already?
Affirmative. Came to report the destruction of Bitter Black Isle.
Oh, you mean Black Biter Isle?
Black Biter area. I'm sorry to say it. The Dragon's Dogma. Bitter Black Isle is Dragon's Dogma.
Yep. And she'll just kind of look at you and go, so where's everyone else? Is it just you?
Affirmative. Other party is around. Doesn't actually know where they are.
Oh, they're around in the city. Makes sense. Well, would you like to sort of just kind of motion past the gate?
Gunner will nod and start walking.
Righty. Well, Mr. Robot, I have many things to do, and I am quite busy. But, unfortunately for you, I happen to have somebody who assists me with my daily tasks. So I will have my right-hand assistant accompany you for the rest of the day. Ta-ta now, Gungnir, and she'll leave back into the seaside palace.
All right.
And then after about maybe 30 seconds, you will see Anestra come out, and she'll just kind of be looking at the ground with a bunch of papers, and she'll just be like, I don't know why she keeps dumping these things onto me when I could be helping her out with so much more. And she's kind of looking at the papers as she's walking towards you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that is so important that it requires the rest of my time for the rest of the day? Sure, she's the regent now, but that doesn't mean she gets to make all the decisions.
Gungnir, after she says that, Gungnir says the crown weighs heavy on her head. Like quoting, like what's that quote again?
Wasn't that Aquaman? Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he says that.
Aquaman.
No, I'm dead ass serious. If not from, it's at least referenced in. And I only remember that because I've got a friend who's big into Aquaman who always brings it up whenever the line is said.
Yeah.
So you say that to her.
He's saying that I'm sure that the Githyanki would use.
And she looks up from her papers and just drops them. Oh. Hi, Gunneer, what are you doing here? And she leans down and starts scooping up the papers as fast and as frantically as she can.
Reporting destruction of you want to say bitter black isle? Back by your isle.
There you go.
And capture of
Serious.
Serious.
Oh, so you blew it up?
The isle is no longer there.
Well, good job. So, and she'll stand up with the papers and so what are you doing back here? Do you have business in town? Are you staying for a little while?
Tying up a few loose ends before moving on to next port.
Oh, okay. I see. Is there anything that I can help you with?
Gungnir will tilt his head. Is there anything I can help you with? Looking down at the papers or just looking at...
He is going to take the papers and pull them up so that you can only see her eyes? Anything that you can help me with? I'm not quite sure. I'm just so busy and there's so many things going on and now you're here and everything's moving so fast and it's getting hot in here and my head is spinning and just calm down. Gungnir, what would you like to do?
I think I froze.
Okay.
The last part?
She basically just started muttering to herself.
Okay.
So she's muttering in front of you, clearly not knowing what to say, frantic.
I know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to mimic what Surak does in this situation with Lazuli. He's going to pat her on the head.
Okay. You reach out and you put your hand, you just you mimic Surak, but you're not quite sure what the motion is, and you just... And she looks up at you and goes, "Why are you touching me?"
Trying to reassure. Is it not working?
I don't know. Your hand is very cold.
Would you? He looks at it. He tries to use it. He actually, he tries to use his lightning to try to warm it up a bit.
Tyler.
Can I do that?
I would like you... Let's see what type of check I want you to do for this. I'm not going to let you just get away with nothing here.
You're not just going to get away with this one.
I would like you to make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check? Oh, all right. And here we go. Nat 20.
Okay, so you've basically you have ran all of the simulations in your head. You've done the math. You have Jimmy Neutron brain blasted the perfect ratio to make your hand so warm, so cuddly, and at the same time also make it slightly vibrate a little bit to add more comfort to this head pad.
That's gonna be getting used again.
And
that is very concerning.
Hey, massage chairs are great. Mine's out of the gutter, gents.
And she sits there, and you watch as her eyes just slowly start to kind of go half drooped. You think she's falling asleep from how comforting this is.
Levels maximized.
Comfort levels maximized. Yeah. Comfort mode engaged. Yeah. Oh yes, Gungnir, the massage robot. If she's looking like she's gonna fall, Gungnir's gonna hesitantly try to pick her up. No, he's gonna like try to roll his arms out to see if she can if she's gonna fall.
Okay, so she is going to start to slowly slump down as she has almost fallen asleep from what you are doing. And what are you going to do?
I'll kneel down to her and tilt his head. Are you all right? Was that inefficient?
All right. So you've leaned down to stop her from falling over, and you have essentially draped her over one of your arms, and to where she is looking up from this draped arm into your robot eyes, and she's holding the papers, and she just drops them, and you get a decent look at her face, and it is flush.
Temperature high. Are you ill?
No, I'm not ill. I'm not running She is going to quickly stand up, turn her back to you, and go, I'm just, busy and stressed, and I have a lot on my mind.
Understood. Gungnir's gonna start picking up the papers since he's there anyway.
Alrighty.
Comfort the papers.
Comfort the papers. He's gonna stand up with the papers and hand them to her. He's gonna say again, do you require assistance?
No, I don't think I'll need any assistance anymore. You've been helpful. I just have a lot to think about. Please do keep in touch.
Acknowledged.
And as she's standing up and walking away with, the papers that you'd helped her picked up, Gungnir, in the back of your head, you have an alarm go off. Only you can hear it. It's not audible, but one of your alarm sensors goes off in the back of your head.
Okay. What is it saying?
So you get a transmission from High Command. It says, warning, Class C weapon drop imminent.
Gungnir is going to go immediately rigid. And he's going to send back, request was not given. Why is drop imminent?
And the respond will reply, other sector is sending weapon drop.
And here we
ally or competition.
Alrighty. So, Torvald, you have just gotten your ear pierced. This is now there. If you want to add it to your inventory, it is the Blood Hunter Ring of Storm.
Yes. Nice. Perfect.
Okay. And when you're done, Salazar is going to show you a mirror to let you have a good look at yourself. And he will say, I'd say I did a pretty good job. It's quite nice on you. Makes you look like a bit more of a daring sea dog, if Salazar does say so himself.
Yeah. I like it. Thank you.
Oh, yes, of course. And do not fear. Salazar, he travels around. He does many business engagements, so I have a feeling that you and I were going to see each other in the future, no?
Well, I guess we will see. Anything's possible.
Yes, of course. By the way, do you happen to know Pharaoh? You seem like you might.
Sorry, what was it?
He said if you know Farrell, he's your cart driver.
Yeah. Yeah, I know him.
Of course, he is still going by that silly nickname. Oh, that silly Winston.
Okay, then I don't really need to pry into your business, but sounds like
It's not my business. Winston is my brother, of
I meant
course.
personal business, but sure.
Yes. Well, you tell him that Big Bro Salazar, he says hi. It will probably make him, as you say, embarrassed.
Keep that in mind.
So, well, see you later. What was your name?
Tour is fine. I need to go find
Okay.
the rest of my friends.
Have a nice day. Stay out of danger, Thor.
We might know my real name from Von Klaus. I can't let them know who I am. I'll make my way back towards I guess the inn where
Okay.
I know Serac was headed.
Torval, not Torval, the Gungnir, where are you going?
After the warning, we gotta find the party, I guess. He's also like scanning the skies and like
Okay.
looking for stand by for Titanfall.
Yep. So, Torval, you make your way to the Huntsman's Harvest. You see Thurak, Horus, and Harrow all sitting down having food, eating, drinking. And you come in, you sit down. What do you do?
Not all that much. Sit down with the party.
Okay.
I don't draw attention to my new accessory or anything. I just get a drink.
All right. As you all are sitting there, about 5 minutes go past, and Gungnir just runs up and slams the door open.
Gungnir, you don't have to keep killing doors while we're in a city. It's only in dire circumstances.
He beat me to the joke.
At least we all had the same thought.
He is the door slayer.
Yeah, You're gonna say, standing joke irrelevant. Get ready for combat.
I mean, are we doing some practice bouts? What's going on?
We
You're
just
gonna
got
come
here.
back outside, and you're gonna see him just look straight up, looking around.
I think Gungnir might have a malfunction.
What kind of combat are we doing?
We just got back.
Gunnier's gonna signal high command, ETA on arrival.
ETA, estimated time of arrival on arrival?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we also need to know the location of the nearest ATM machine.
Of course. So you will try and send out this thing to high command, but you get no response back.
Gunnier's gonna draw his hammer.
Okay.
Harrow's gonna draw his Yi Claw. Horus, be safe. Do not die. If you die, I will bring you back and smack you.
What do we do with the little shit we don't want escaping? Pointing at Sirius.
Well, Sarak's just gonna press his foot in a bit more. Look, until I know what Gungnir is rambling on about, I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Fair enough.
Okay.
We just got back.
Well, don't think that hasn't stopped things from going wrong before. I'll get my crossbow ready.
Alrighty. So, Gungnir, you are standing at the door. Your sensors go off, and you look up, and you see a small black dot all the way up in the sky. And it starts getting a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger, until it's like, oh wait, that's falling, isn't it?
Gunnier's gonna look at the party. Get behind me.
I will comply.
Right?
Will also comply.
Is there anyone in the street immediately?
Just a couple people milling about. They're kind of going about their day. Some people get doing errands and whatnot.
Gunnier's just gonna bellow out, "Clear the road!"
They're gonna look at you, and one of the guards is gonna say, "What?"
Clear the road. Combat drop imminent.
We have incoming. Look up.
So some of the people look up. They see the dot getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and a lot of people just start moving the hell out of the way. And some of the guards start converging on the area with their weapons drawn. And this dot eventually gets big enough to where, Gunnar, you can make it out. And oh, that's a Githyanki warbot. So, this thing makes it all the way down into the street, but just as it's about to impact, it stops. And it hovers there for about maybe 30 seconds, and it's in a very kind of compressed type of cube. It just looks like a box at the moment.
How big?
I'd say about the size of like a pickup truck. And the box is sitting there, and it's gonna bellow something out that only you can understand, Gunnar. Everyone else, it just sounds like
That shit sounds ugly.
Gungnir is slightly offended.
And noticing that almost nobody understood what it was saying, this thing starts going through different languages trying to find one that people understand. So
It knows common is called common for a reason, right?
it's still going through, and then eventually it gets to common.
Yep.
And-
That's definitely in my top 3 favorite lines from Tor. It might be number 1.
And the cube is going to say, "Do not be alarmed. This is a test of the Githyanki Empire weapon drop system. We are retrieving weaponry that has been left in the field. 32B prototype. You are to be shut down and disassembled immediately. Comply with this request or be disassembled on the spot."
I have not received. He's going to respond in Githyanki just so everyone else doesn't understand what he's saying. He's like, "I have not received transmission for this request. Who has given this order?"
And the cube will reply in Githyanki, "You're better." And this cube is going to start, it's going to start uncubing, and it's going to start opening up.
It uncubed.
Fuck you. Uncubes your shape.
You know what? Fuck you.
Yes.
Uncubes your warbot.
Yes, the cube.
And it is
Cubia.
It is going to slowly start just getting bigger, and an arm's gonna pop out with what looks like weaponry, you're not sure. Another arm's gonna pop out with a drill on it, 2 feet, a large body, and a head. And this thing's about...
Holy shit, a head.
Yep. This thing's about 15 feet tall.
So you're like a midget up where you come from, huh? To come
Gugnir's just going to say, "This is a higher class of warbot."
Noted.
I am the advanced party.
Are you from the sky?
From a perspective. The Gugnir's going to look at the robot and say, who are my betters?"
And you will hear in common, a very kind of snide, slyish voice say, "Oh, Gungnir, 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 trying your little best to save a little project. Hmm? Listen, your functions are no longer necessary. So, do me a favor and become scrap metal for the Titan. Thanks." And I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Actually, Gungnir's going to say, acknowledge, your Titan will be scrapped for Gungnir.
That counts as vicious mockery, right? On like 10th level.
Oh shit.
That thing just explodes.
And combat's over.
Combat's over. Oh, nat 20 on initiative. Well, the first was a 3, so that doesn't count because I have an advantage. Yay!
Well, aren't you lucky?
Both you and Sarek have advantage on initiative.
It's true. That's all we got last level.
All right.
And,
So-
and surprise doesn't work on you.
What?
That's true, but that rarely
right.
comes up.
Tyler, what did you get for initiative?
23.
23. All right, Ethan.
17.
17. Quinn.
22.
13.
4. That.
Arrow gets 13 because he is contemplating the consequences of Gungnir being from the sky.
He's from the sky.
Not too different, you and I.
All right.
We're not so different.
Tyler, you are up first.
I rage.
All right, you rage.
And now, I'm going to smash him in the face.
Smash it.
Okay.
Mama.
You're more like gonna smash it in its knees.
Yeah, it's true.
He can reach.
I'll take out its knees and then its face.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it into scrap metal. First off, mark off the range. Also has to make a saving throw.
Okay. Dex save.
Dex save, 15.
It did not.
It takes 5 damage. 5 lightning damage.
Damage. All right.
And now I'm going to smack it with a maul.
Okay.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Alright, so that's 2d6 plus 6, so 1. That is 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 2 for the rage is 17.
Okay.
And then I'll do it again.
Do it again.
That is 17 plus 9, 26.
For your hit.
What?
For your hit.
Yeah, that was to hit.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. That is only a 1, and then that is also only a 1. So that is 10 plus 2. No, wait. 10 damage. 2 plus.
Damage do be damage.
I'm also saying I'm specifically targeting the joints. I'm taking this thing down.
Okay. Quinn,
Well, in timber.
you are up.
Alright, I will, this time, I'll take my crossbow. It's like, alright, I haven't done this before. I will puncture my finger with the crossbow bolt, and instead of fire, suddenly sparks will leap from the blood and course through it, and my crossbow will crackle with lightning damage.
Okay.
I will take 5 damage from doing so. And I'ma shoot it.
Okay.
And doing and puncturing myself and go like, ah, and I accidentally loose the crossbow bolt completely off course without thinking. That's a nat 1.
Okay. Yeah, so you fire this crossbow bolt behind you and it sticks into the building.
Sounds about right.
Okay. Anything else?
Not at the moment.
Alrighty. So the Teton is going to. You're going to see the drill hand, and you're going to see the regular hand,
Bless
and
you.
the regular hand is going to spin inward, and then as it spins inward, that hand is going to become a very large hatchet. And it is going to take this hatchet, and it is going to try and bring it down on you, Gungnir.
All right, bring it on.
Does a 21 hit you?
It does, just barely.
Just barely. Alrighty. You will be taking 10 damage, half to 5, as this thing brings this massive. It mostly misses you, but mostly what's hitting you is just the street coming up and slamming into your body. And then it is going to rev. You're going to see the drill rev and just. And it's going to try and swipe that down on you. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage on those, right? Yes, okay. That's a no. That's a yes. That's a modified 20.
Okay. So it is going to try and hit you with this drill. Alrighty. So it is going to try and drill you for 20 damage, but you dodged, so that is half to 10, and because you're raging, half it to 5.
All right.
So, for my next move, the mouth of the Titan is going to slowly open up. And you're going to watch as just energy starts forming into a ball, kind of in its mouth. And that will be its turn. Alrighty. Big Surak, you're up.
This is not the Warforged Titan as from the book. I see you've made some modifications.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. This is a Githyanki Warbot Titan.
Yes.
They're just gonna like glance out the window. Can't have one day, can we? And I'll pick Sirius up, slam him on the bar. Look over at Horace. Keep an eye on him.
Oh, yeah, I'll make sure that he doesn't leave this spot. Unless the spot becomes more dangerous, then I'll take him somewhere else.
Feel free to punch him if he wiggles.
Oh, boy, I get to punch him again.
I'd also like to glance around, just take a cursory quick glance around the tavern. Is there anyone else I recognize in here?
No, most of the people that are, well, you do recognize the high elf in the corner who doesn't give a shit about the situation.
I mean, obviously he doesn't.
But other than that, everyone else has seemed to either vacate or duck behind something.
Fair. Okay, so I'm going to undo the cloth belt that keeps the pelt vest tied down. I'm gonna put Lazuli in like the back of it, like under the collar, and then tie it around to keep her pinned back there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll draw my hammer and walk outside and just go, all right, what is it this time?
You see the giant death bot.
Charging up a laser beam.
Sure, why not? Yeah, I'd like to run up and go for its legs.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Let's see here. Well, fuck you too. I mean, it's a nat 1, so...
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
You got that ground real bad.
Oh, thank God for a second. Okay, a 21 should do it, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Let me find some d6s here. And what have we got? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Could have been better. 7. He takes 7.
And all right.
I just realized we're down our healer.
Yeah, I realized that as well.
Yep.
Hey,
All
man,
right.
some parties don't even have a healer. Let's go.
Let's go.
Right.
Go, Rick!
Come and have a goal.
It is
Leroy!
It is your turn.
You said it's like charging up a beam?
It is charging up a beam.
I want to try and hit it with a stunning strike.
Okay.
So it needs to make a con saving throw.
No, I don't think it will.
What?
You try to
I
stunning
try.
strike this, but it is a giant hunk of metal.
It was worth a
It's
try.
immune to stun.
I'm going to spend 2 key points and burning hands it.
Okay. It needs to make a dex save.
I get to just spend 2 points and cast burning hands,
so
so it's
Burning.
yes,
hands.
dex 12.
Yeah.
Wait, did I miss it? Did you actually throw the punch for the stunning strike?
Yeah, you still have to throw a punch.
Do I?
Yeah.
It's
You
still
still
a
have
punch
to connect with a punch, which at the very least should provide some damage.
Then I'll roll that. No, I will not. That was a nat 1.
hot.
Anyway, it's gonna roll for the burning hands because that was a separate thing. I'm going with the searing arc strike, which was 2 key points.
Okay.
So it makes a dex saving throw, and then I will roll some damage.
We're rolling a lot of nat ones recently.
Oh, me?
No, just in general. We've had like
What?
4 nat ones in like the past
I'm
half.
waiting on it to make the dex.
Okay. What's the save?
It's a 12.
No.
No, it
It doesn't make it.
So it's taking 11 damage.
Okay. It will take that. Give me a second here. I'm trying to find something. It's not what I'm looking for. No idea. Plus, I'm already. Alright, that's weird. I'm going insane, but who cares? Alright, Tyler, you are well before Tyler's turn happens. So some of the guards that are around are going to throw kind of what they can, spears, bows, axes, just different weapons. They're gonna throw it at this thing. And we'll see if this does anything. No, these are all just gonna bounce off this thing's thick arm. And Gungnir, it is your turn.
Alright, first thing, make a dex save. I want this lightning bolt to go right into its charging mouth.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll...
Well, it got an 18, so I guess it like moves its head to the side a little bit.
It still takes half damage though, so that's something is something.
Okay.
3 cut in half is 1, I guess.
All right, so it will take 1 damage. All right.
They say in our country, damage is damage.
Yes.
What now? What do you do?
Um,
You gonna smacky smacky?
I'll smacky smacky.
All right.
I'm gonna be like Legolas and bring it down. That is a no.
Okay.
That's only an 11.
At least it wasn't another nat 1.
No, actually, it was a 2 plus 9. And that is modified 20. That is actually a rolled 11 plus 9.
Okay, that'll hit.
16.
16 damage. Okay. Queembledeem,
All right.
it be your turn.
Yes. I'm gonna shoot it first thing. That's a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
I like that.
It flexes its metal.
It tries to flex but has no muscles.
All right, that's gonna be 12 piercing and 3 lightning damage, total of 15. And now, okay, so I'm guessing this thing doesn't have any blood.
No, it does
It
not.
does not. In that case, I would like to blood curse it, but because it has no blood, I will have to amplify it for it to work.
Okay.
So I will use the blood curse of bloated agony. Amplifying it will do 3 damage to myself. And so, for a minute, this will last a minute. It has disadvantage on strength and dex ability checks, and takes a d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. Also,
Okay.
end of its turn, it can make a con save to try and end it early.
Okay. Right. It is its turn, and with the laser beam that it has been charging, it is going to... And you just hear this humming noise in the air as it barfs out a white laser of pure energy, and it starts just shooting this everywhere. Just the head's just going everywhere. I would like all of you to make dex saves.
Yep. Good thing.
What a coincidence.
I keep rolling 2s. That's a 19. The first one was a 19.
Wow, I rolled the exact same number on both.
Wow, it's a 19.
With,
21, my bad.
21.
you said dex, right?
Yes.
I did.
14.
14.
Or a 14.
And
Tyler?
19.
19.
I rolled a natural 2.
Alrighty. So, for those of you that succeeded, the DC was 14.
Ooh.
You will be taking half. So that is
I will be taking none.
10.
Yes,
Why is
evasion.
that?
I have evasion.
Evasion. Okay, 6.
Good old monk's evasion.
I'll be taking a quarter.
That's
Well,
gotten casted
No,
out of so many
actually,
fireballs.
no.
yeah, you only
You-
resist physical damage.
Yeah, this isn't physical.
That's right.
Probably like
So,
force
for
damage.
those of you that failed, Quinlan, you will be taking 23 damage.
Ooh.
For those
Good.
that succeeded, take half. Matt, you take none.
So half would be 11.
11, yeah.
Sure would.
Yep.
Or sure is, I suppose.
And
I assume it would be force damage.
yeah, force damage.
Cool.
And it is going to. So the hatchet hand is going to just slowly come back in, just, and like its arm spins kind of like a revolver chamber of selection of like different arms, and you're like, wait, is that a cannon? And it is going to take this cannon arm and then aim it up. And for those of you that are looking at this cannon, like, how big would the cannonball be for that frickin' thing? And it is going to raise it, and you're gonna just hear humming as the cannon arm starts spinning. It is going to. All right, it made an 18 on its con save.
Okay, so it is saved.
Yep. And Ethan, it is your turn.
Woo!
When does it take the necrotic damage for that laser?
That was only one attack is the problem.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was anticipating lots of multi-attack in this thing, but it seems like RJ's modified it.
Pretty normal. How long's the barrel on this cannon arm? Is it like normal forearm length?
So the cannon, it's basically here to here.
So it's not longer than a normal forearm.
No.
Cool. I want to point that arm at its head.
Okay, so you want to climb up it?
This thing's 15 feet
Yes.
tall.
Okay.
It's not even double my height. Oh, okay. No, it's below double my height.
You will climb up it. I would like you to give me an athletics check.
Oh, boy. This one. I need to rebuild my dice jail. Alright, never mind, I guess. Cool stuff is punished again.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Yeah. Alrighty, anything else?
Well, that's probably my action, so no.
Okay. Matt.
Hi. So I want to stab at this guy with my Yi Claw. I hope a 26 hits.
Yes.
It's a 19. I wish it had been 20. So that is 10 damage, and then I'm going to flurry of blows. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Oh, right. That's it.
Okay. Alright, so the guard is going to try to deal some damage to this thing again. Nope. You watch as more axes and spears and arrows just bounce off this thing's thick armored plating. And that brings us back to Tyler. It is your turn.
Make a dex save.
Make it dex. Nope.
5 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bust its kneecaps.
Okay.
That is a 19 plus 9. I hope 28 hits.
That'll hit.
That is 14 damage.
Okay.
And I'll roll again. Does a 15 hit? I don't think it. I would assume it doesn't.
No, 15 does not hit.
All right, then that's my turn.
Okay. Queembledeem.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Ugh. I am so freaking dizzy for some reason.
28.
That'll hit.
There it is. It'll be 11 plus 2 for a total of 13.
Anything else?
Nah. My
Okay.
curses aren't very useful here.
So it is going to be the Titan's turn. And it is going to have this cannon you're gonna hear it just thunk, thunk, thunk as it starts loading. You're not sure what into it. And then you're going to watch it go as puffs of smoke come out of it. And I would like Surak, Torval, and Harrow to all make dex saves.
That's a 14.
Okay.
17.
Alrighty. So you guys get out of the way of these very large cannonballs that have been shot up into the sky and arc in your general direction. You just, oh hell no, and just dink, dink, dink. And yeah, good job, everybody.
Want to know how much damage there's been done?
A lot. And then this thing is going to take the cannon hand, and it's gonna just come back in, and the arm's gonna revolve again, and then out is going to come back the hatchet hand, and it is going to try to hatchet you again, Gunir. Does a 22 hit you?
It does, sadly.
Alrighty. So that's going to hit you for 20 reduced to 10.
Not a half yet.
Yep. And then it is going to try and take its drill hand, and you're going to watch as the drill starts to do the same thing as the hatchet hand. It's going to go back in, and then these little barrels are going to start coming out on the arm, and it's just you're not quite sure what that is. And then those barrels, there's about maybe 6, 8 of them. They start spinning rapidly and humming. And Gutnir, I'd like you to make me a dex save.
Jeez. I hope a 21 does it.
Oh yes indeed. Alrighty. Alrighty. So that's going to be 28 halved to 14, halved again to 7.
I'm so glad I'm taking reduced damage.
And Ethan, it is your turn.
So I've got some rope,
Okay.
and I would like to get it around this thing's neck.
Okay. So you can make another attempt to climb it, because you have to get up on it. Unless you want to try and jump and wrap it around the neck.
I mean, couldn't I? And you can rule this, but couldn't I just take one in each hand and just huck it?
I mean, yeah, you can. I'm going to need a check either way.
I mean, I'd rather try to huck it, so whatever check that would be.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I figured it'd be a check either way.
Then I'm going to... I still think it's going to be an athletics check, honestly, to try and get this rope up there.
Okay. 26.
All right, so you throw this rope, and you kind of realize that this thing's neck, it's like the head is out, and it's got a bit of an elongated neck where this head kind of sits out here. And you just throw it, and the rope wraps around the neck servos of this Titan. What do you want to do?
I want to pull him down.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Strength. Okay.
Are you strong?
Well, a 22 says yes.
Alrighty. So
My dice are with this plan.
You rope around the neck, and you just start. And you are watching as you hear this, like the servos in this thing. You know what it sounds like when a rickety bridge starts groaning? You're hearing that noise coming from its servos as Surak is pulling the head towards the ground. And by the time you're finished, Surak, you are basically face to face with this thing's head.
Oh. That's not what I expected.
Okay.
I mean, that's my action, so I don't think I don't have anything else to do.
Okay, Harrow, it is.
Into key points.
It is your turn.
I was trying to pull it over.
I want to take advantage of my friend who has so kindly pulled this thing's face down.
Okay.
I'm going to stab it in the eyeballs.
Okay.
Or servos or whatever.
Whatever is the equivalent of your face, I'm stabbing it.
Should have chosen my words better.
21.
21. Okay.
Max damage, so that's a 12. And then I'm followed up with flurry of blows. Does 18 hit?
It's not.
What the fuck? Oh, okay then.
Jesus.
Can I? Oh. No, I'm not gonna spend that key point yet.
Okay.
I'm done here.
All right. Tyler. Tyler, baby.
Dex save.
Okay. Yes, it made it.
3 damage.
I mean, does this thing at least count as restrained then?
We'll get to that when its turn comes about.
Alright, and since it's conveniently in range, Gungnir is gonna do a leap and bring the hammer down right on this thing's face.
Okay.
And that is a modified 20.
That'll hit.
That will be, I did this, why am I forgetting it? 16 damage.
Okay. Queen.
I still got one more.
Oh, wait, my bad. Yeah, you do have one more.
And that is 19 plus 9, so whatever that is. 28.
That'll hit.
Yeah. 6, 3, 9 plus 8 is 17 damage.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Finally! Gungnir is just gonna Gungnir just leaps over to where the head is, smashes it down once, raises his hammer again, and says, "You are relieved of duty," and just smash it down into the ground.
Alrighty. You have pancaked this thing's face, and it will collapse and just downed on the chest. And with that, combat will be dropped, and you are all free to do as you please.
How shiny is the body?
It's actually not very shiny. It's quite scuffed up. It looks like it's seen combat before.
I want to search it for shinies.
Okay. I mean, if you give me an intelligence check.
That's mean.
Oh boy, it's just a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
5.
You are just digging around in this thing, and you eventually find that the back of it has an opening into the chest cavity, so you decide to climb in there. And you just find kind of rusty, used gears, nothing that really catches your eye. So
I'm gonna take one of the gears
Okay.
and I'm gonna go into the huntsman harvest. I'm just gonna hand it to the horse.
okay. Anybody else?
After seeing Harrow go into it, Gungnir's going to poke his head in to see, because he did say he was going to use it as scrap for himself. He might as well go for it.
Okay.
See if this useless thing of metal is actually worth improving him.
Gunir, you start looking around to see what this bot might have on it. And you're going around, you're checking the body, you're looking at the arms, and you're like, no, that's too big for me. No, that's too big for me. That's not going to work on my chassis. And you end up making your way to the head. And you pancaked most of it, but you see that the mouth, the jaw section, is still intact. And you go, oh, wait a minute. And you just dig your arm into the head and just pull out the fulcrum crystal that this thing was using to make that laser.
Oh, gee. That's cool.
And you're like, yeah, this'll work. And you start attaching it to your arm.
All right.
And if you go into Homebrew, or you can search for it, I believe. And this is specifically for you. I made this specifically for you, Tyler. I think it's called Death Ray. Yep, it's just called Death Ray.
I could put it where do I find it? Oh, Death Ray laser rifle. Found it.
Yeah, just search. It's called Death Ray.
Death Ray laser. Okay, there we go.
Yep. Torval, Surak, what would you like to do?
So I'm going back to the bar.
Okay. Torval?
Same.
Okay. So as the two of you are, going to make your way back into the bar, you hear kind of like a gruff laughter from the sky.
I don't look up, I keep going.
Okay.
Gungnir looks up.
Was that you?
God, is that you? Torval, do you turn around or no?
Nah.
Who?
Torval.
No, Torval.
Torval does not turn around. Okay, so Harrow and Gungnir, as you are standing there looking up, you see a hippo man. You're not quite sure. Is it a man hippo? A hippo man? But you're seeing this hippo man thing descend from the sky slowly, and he stops on the robot. And he starts, inspecting it. He pulls out a notepad. He starts writing on the notepad. And he's just kind of mumbling to himself. Registered data usage. No permit. License. This is epitome of interstellar data usage, I say.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it?
True sesquipedaliophobia.
I haven't the faintest idea what that might be. No, not at all. She, my dear boy, my dear lad, my dear chum, my name is General Gareth Connell Comstock Cornelius the Eighth, Gate Inspector of Gate A11. At your service.
That was a big word.
It's my title. It's my honorable title. It was given to me at birth for all the honor that I gained from being a gate inspector.
How did you have honor at birth?
I don't have time to tell you about the entire society of my people and the honor of our very valiant long names. I have to discover who illegally used a gateway to send this war machine to a Class D planet. The nerve of some people.
I freaking love this character already. He's my new favorite.
You don't.
Gungnir, do you know who sent it?
You don't. You don't seem to understand. Well, you see, my dear boy, there are ratings given to planes of existence for interstellar warfare. And seeing as this planet is not involved in any interstellar warfare, it is illegal under Armistice Interstellar Treaty subsection B11A to send Class D weapons to a Class D plane of existence without a permit or under wartime laws. Therefore, somebody has committed permit violation of a gate. And that, he clicks his pen, is my department. And nobody uses any gates when General Gareth Connell Comstock Cornelius the Eighth, Gate Inspector, Section A11.
I like your name.
Oh, I like my name too. Now,
Haru's gonna hand him a couple shiny feathers. Here's a present for taking your time to come here and fix this gate inspection.
is this evidence?
It's a present. It's a gift.
A gift?
Yes.
This is no hippo mat.
What?
And he's going to take out a bag that says evidence on it and put it in it. And he's going to put it away. I don't know what you're on about. You must be mad. And he's going to see... Gunir, you don't know who this is. And he's going to see you and go over to you. You there, Warbot. You know something about this? This illegal gateway usage? You must, seeing as you are of Githyanki make.
Rival Githyanki Warbot company, I guess? No.
Sect, I think they described it as.
No, I'm saying, like, not the people who make them is a rival of his of Gungnir's creator.
Manufacturer.
Manufacturer.
Sector? Yeah, manufacturer, maybe.
There's infighting. Interesting. Well, unfortunately, due to... And he's going to start flipping through his manual. Gate-time maritime law, not allowed to leave this sector until I solve who illegally used this damn gateway. All right. You're a witness. You are number 2 witness. I thought I saw 2 others that were fighting this thing on my way down. Where are they? They're witnesses.
Gungnir's going to point to the tavern.
I'll sort of poke my head out of the tavern. Anybody want to come in for a drink?
You're witness number 3.
Who are you?
Oh, I don't think that's a good word to use around him.
Who sent
And
you?
he's
General something the 8th.
He's going to be walking in. At least he tried. My name is General Gareth Connell Comstock Cornelius the 8th, Gate Inspector of Sector A. And he's going to see you, Sirac.
He's a hippopotamonstrous esquitaliophobia.
No, I'm not. You, sir, you there are going to be witness number 4. I'm going to need you in my report.
Derek doesn't even realize he's being spoken to.
Alright, well. And he's gonna motion you all to surround him. Alright, my witnesses, my chums,
No.
gather in. Alright. So, somebody has illegally used a gateway to this plane of existence, which is a clear violation of interstellar wartime law.
Yeah.
So, I and you witnesses are going to help me figure out who did it. And we will bring them to justice by slapping them with a hefty fine.
Fuck yeah. Okay. What's the fine?
But it's when you pay money.
Is it gonna hurt when we hit them with it? Is it like my Yi Claw? Can I...
Has this one had his brains rearranged by magic?
Avian mind.
You get used to it.
I see. Oh. Well then. So, we need to get to the bottom of this investigation to find out who sent this warbot through an illegal gateway. Because, well, to be quite honest, I'm missing tea time.
Gungnir's actually going to see if he can contact High Command.
Okay. What do you try and say to them?
Warbot, rival Warbot destroyed, upgrades installed, requesting information on origin of rival Warbot.
You don't get anything back at the moment.
All right.
So, as you are all sitting there and General Cornelius is just spouting a gaffe, Um,
No, he's a GIF.
no, he's a gaff right now. He's a gaffed. Anestra is going to run into the tavern and she is going to see all of you and go, "What? What's that?
Githyanki Titan.
A Gith what?
Apparently, I think this is outside of local jurisdiction. This is like, according to this one, this is interplanetary junk.
What? Just please tell me there's not going to be any more."
Unclear.
Not legally.
Well, it was illegally dropped. So, I'm going to get to the bottom of this and I'm going to slap them with a very hefty ticket.
Anything harder than a fine?
Well,
It must hit hard.
it depends on what subsection of the law they've broken, but I will make sure that everyone gets their just desserts.
Eric's just gonna look over his shoulder. Who on earth are you all talking to?
Oh, hello there, my good man. I'm General Gareth Connell Comstock Cornelius the Eighth, Gate Inspector of Sector A11.
I mean,
Nice to meet you.
Oh, God, you're a title person.
You're title.
A title
I
person?
dislike you already.
Oh, no, my good man. I am a general in
Oh?
the
In what army?
Interstellar Alliance.
Really?
Yes. We cover all subsectors, you know, we're around. We like to make sure that peace and order and law is kept on all planes of existence. And somebody has violated that peace with an illegal gateway and a war machine.
what is this guy's outfit like, by the way?
He is wearing a very, like, you know, the British military uniform, like the classic one.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
wearing that.
Like the red coat?
Yeah, like a red coat, yes.
Oh, dear.
Without the stupid hat.
British are coming.
Are there medals prominently displayed?
There are about 20 medals on him.
Are they shiny?
Have you figured out who this guy is?
No. I know. I don't. It's more like the. Okay, I'll tell you later.
All right.
I talked to RJ about these people. They are.
Yeah, I've seen these guys before too.
Where'd you get all those shiny things?
Ah, you see, you have an eye. This was for valor at the Treaty of Sector B12 on interplanetary... What are you doing with your hand?
You talk too much.
Well, you see, that's how diplomacy works. You talk. And then if somebody breaks the law, you slap them with a hefty fine.
Yeah.
Gunya's gonna
What
look
does
at.
fine look like?
Yes, I'm sure your titles are terribly intimidating.
Gunya's gonna look at the general and just say, "Reminder: natives are from a Class D planet, unlearned on the interstellar diplomacy."
Nestra's gonna go, Class D. What?
Gungnir, choose your next words very carefully.
You see,
I like you. I like you a lot. But I have limits.
This is a Class D planet as specified by your interplanetary warfare capabilities. And seeing as, well, you have little to none, you're a Class D planet. And under interplanetary...
I see. And so what class are you then?
Well, I'm not a class, I'm not a planet, not a
So where are
planet.
you? So what class are you from then?
Oh, a homeworld. We are Class B.
Cool. Does that mean if I beat you down here and now, we get an upgrade?
No, unless you can suddenly become an interplanetary conquering machine yourself.
Or your title does mean nothing.
It does not. I am Gate Inspector of A11. This
I'm
sector...
just going to stand up and walk over to this guy.
Okay.
How big is he?
Pretty big,
He's
right?
he's about your size.
He's
So
probably
like 7
wider.
foot?
He's
Wide.
about your size, but also thick.
Dummy pig.
So, like, is he actually my height?
Yeah, he's your height, but he's I mean, he's like hippo fat.
Dummy pig.
Yeah, I'll just go chest to chest and just say, listen, hot. Don't bark orders like you own anything around here.
I'm not barking orders. I'm merely stating interplanetary law,
Mm-hmm.
and that someone here has broken it. Well, maybe not here, but somebody broke this plane of existence law.
Well,
and
then it
as
sounds
they-
like you should leave and find that person.
Well, you see, under
And I'm sure your title will be very intimidating to them.
Under Wartime Maritime Law, subsection B, Article 11, the inspector of the plane, that's me, on this plane, A11, has to stay and conduct enough evidence to determine who the culprit is.
And yet you're wasting your time running your mouth.
I'm not wasting time, I'm collecting evidence, my dear chap.
We're witnesses.
Yes, witnesses.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a different bar. You all find me when this guy's done.
You can't leave, my good sir. You're a witness.
Oh. Are you going to stop me?
Can't you?
I would.
Can't you
Oh,
conduct
go ahead.
Can you conduct like interviews one at a time or something?
I suppose I could do something like that.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like if being a Class D planet means we don't get involved in any crazier shit, I see that as a positive thing.
I see. What do you mean by this crazier shite?
I was mostly talking to him because he seemed to take offense to the whole Class D thing.
Oh, well, that's just a classification to make sure that no weapons of mass destruction end up finding their way to your plane of existence.
X just gonna walk out while these two are talking.
All right.
Things put in place so that your entire plane of existence doesn't just kaboom.
All right, I have something very important information to get from you.
Yes, what is that, my dear witness number 3?
Where are the crab people?
Yes.
The crab
Yes.
people? You mean
Ask
the
him
crab?
about the deadbolt doors.
You mean the crab people of planet... Oh, what was that classification we gave it? C-26. Yes, the crab people.
Yeah, okay, cool. They do that, so they do definitely exist.
I mean, yes, they exist.
What class? And their planet is was it class?
C-26.
No. So is there a Class C planet? Is that what that means?
Yes, they are quite capable of interdimensional warfare.
I need to write this down and prepare.
All right, Gungnir's going to turn to the general. He's going to say possible further threat from specific Githyanki manufacturer. He has violated Githyanki law. We must find him.
It's the stuff, witness number 2. You know exactly how to go. And he's just gonna basically hand you a giant stack of papers that's like this big. This is the manual to interplanetary gate absorption. That's what I do. So, if you can read through all of that, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to bring the culprit to justice. You know what? You can be my deputy.
Gungnir's going to look at the stack of papers, look at Anestra,
What's the difference
and
between
just
a deputy and a witness?
Well, you see, a witness is crucial to the investigation, and a deputy is crucial to the investigation. Very different.
Gungnir's going to look at the stack of papers and then look at Anestra and say, "Is this how you feel?"
She's going to look at you. Yeah.
How long did it take you to read all of these?
Oh, myself? How? I'm glad you asked, witness number 3. I've been reading them since I was born. Just finished that copy, about a year ago.
Oh god. It's so accurate.
Very important stuff, but that, my chum, is only classification 1. Now, if you want classification, he's going to start, like, reaching into a bag of holding. If you want classification 2, classification 3, classification 4. I mean, we go all the way up to 26, and, well, because of all the sanctions we do, they're always making more.
While he's doing this, Sarek's just gonna wander back in, grab Sirius off the bar, and walk out again.
So wait, if there's 26 of them, why not just use letters? That seems like an easy one-to-one conversion.
Not the one that made the sanctions!
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm not the one that made the sanctions.
Gungnir's going to try to scan these as quickly as possible.
Gungnir, give me an intelligence check.
Oh god.
Gungnir, welcome to cramming for the test.
Yeah, exactly. +1. Alright, that's fine.
Welcome to class.
That is a nat 1.
That one. Gungnir, you start going through all this, you start reading through it, and your circuits fry. And you're just like... You drop the stack of papers, and you buckle, and you just kind of grab your head. You're like, what fuck is this? It's a bunch of bullshit. It's all nonsense. It's extraneous. They're just repeating the same shit over and over again in 20 different ways per clause. What the fuck?
Just like school.
Like that's internal, and then externally he just says, document inefficient.
I just imagine that in gift society, like this is like normal bedtime reading for parents to gift children. It's just like military protocol and interstellar law.
And with you buckling, Nestra's going to walk over to you and try and like... She's going to try and mimic what you did to her, but ineffectively.
How do I vibrate my hand?
Pet the robot. Pet the robot.
The robot.
And he's going to see what happened after you try to read the show. Well, don't try and read it all in one sitting. It's tough stuff. So, who wants to read the clauses? And he's gonna see you, Torval. You look like you could be good for clause 13, and he's just gonna drop the stack on your lap.
I'll just look at it. I need a new cork board.
Sitting there patiently, waiting, staring at him.
Good man. I think you should be educated in interplanetary laws as well. Here's subsection 26.
Arrow's gonna look at it, try to read it, and then remember he can't read. But Harold's gonna pretend that he can read it. He's reading it perfectly fine.
Maybe make the process a little more efficient. Could you maybe like point out the specific pages for the relevant information for what we're trying to do here?
Oh, the relevancy to our plight. Yes, the unlicensed use of a gate on a Class D planet.
Exactly.
That would be Section 5, Section 8, Section 13, Section 20, Section 21, and Section 25.
So happy I left.
32.
Section 32 has not been made yet, but I hear it's coming out soon, and I'm very excited!
Well, I think it'll have a lot to do with this case. You might even pick up on it.
You're correct! Oh, if only I could contact Home Planet to tell them, please, please, for the love of our motherland, release subsection 32. I desire to read it and crave its knowledge for fines and interplanetary peace.
You see, Torval, this stuff's not that hard to understand once you really get into it.
My good chum, you'd make a good corporal in interplanetary peace.
Gungnir's gonna look at Anestra, This is why I was not built for interplanetary peace.
And Nestra's gonna look at you and say, what were you built for then?
Interplanetary war.
Yeah, I mean, we did just kind of blow up an island recently.
Oh, I see. Is that what you want?
Well, I mean,
And when she says that, the general is gonna pipe up and say, "What? Wanting something? Preposterous, my good lady. They are built for one purpose and one purpose only, and
oh no.
I've yet to see a robot defy its programming.
Oh,
I mean, that's just how they're designed. I mean, they can be intelligent, they can emulate feelings, they can emulate emotion, but at the end of the day, they serve that purpose."
The ground cracks
ooh.
from where Gungnir's grip is slowly.
I'm gonna tap this nice man on the shoulder so that he turns around.
What is it, my good chum?
I'm going to punch him in the face with a stunning strike.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
Already special dice.
Vindication!
It's like, you know that was... Yeah,
Alright, well, that's a 17 straight.
there's no malice in
Okay.
that whatsoever, which is what makes it...
So you hit him, and she's just gonna,
Obliviousness.
and it's gonna sit there in his face, and he's gonna go, "Assaulting an officer of the law is a very finable offense, but seeing as you are currently my witness, you are granted amnesty from all further transgressions, but I will fine you if you hit me again."
I will fine you if you talk shit on my fucking friend.
The robot?
Gungnir is a person.
He's gonna look at Gungnir and look at you and look at Gungnir and look at Gungnir, look at you, look at Gungnir. Are you daft, son?
And he's a dead
No,
man.
I'm Harrow.
Gungnir
Yeah.
stands up and then just looks. He's looking at the gift, but he says to Harrow, drop it. Do not start interplanetary war.
Let's start in a
You don't tell the drunken bird what to do! I've started wars over dumber!
He's going to walk over to Anestra and just kind of lean in and say, "I'm not quite certain, but all of these people keep trying to refer to that bot there as though he were a person. And I'm quite confused because under Article 5, Section 3, we don't quite... He is a person, and I would respectfully implore that you refer to him as such."
Is there maybe like an exception for Class D planets that you can make?
That's the thing, though. Technically, Gungnir's not Class D.
Oh, yeah.
And he's gonna sit there, and he's gonna go,
Some loophole?
"A loophole, you say? Why, no. Our subtext for interplanetary law is it's rock solid. There's nothing wrong with it." And he's gonna start looking through it. There's nothing that would possibly oh
But it's not even done yet. You forgot about Section 32.
oh no.
There's nothing that says the dog can't play basketball.
No, it's infallible. There's no way that they would leave it so blatantly open, so unconfined, so gray area.
If it were finished and airtight, why would they still be making more?
Oh no. Oh by gaff, I'm going to have to fix all the subsections. Well, it's
Maybe put that on the back burner. I think we have more pressing things to worry about.
right. Okay. He's going to walk over to you, Gungnir, and he's going to write something down and scribble on a piece of kind of weird-looking paper. It's like translucent and sparkly, you're not quite sure, and he's going to slap it on your forehead.
I'll look at it to see what it says.
So, I have found your robot here. as a moving violation in interplanetary warfare. And I also find him as a armored combatant on a Class D planet. But you see, due to the loophole that I found in Section 5, by finding him in this way, and the tear just starts to come down his eyes, I've technically made him a person by interplanetary law, because the only way he could be fined and tried and acquitted in a court is if he were an individual. And he's gonna take the pamphlets and start crying into them. Oh, how could our laws be so broken so easily?
It's okay, fella. Have a drink. I'll tell you about the time we blew up an island. You want to hear about that?
Oh, I'm going to have to. He's just taking them and rubbing them on his eyes. I'm going to have to fix the subsections. Oh, he's a person now. I've committed treason against the High Interstellar Peace Coalition.
It's not treason if they don't find out.
Are you saying I don't tell them of my transgressions?
I won't if you won't. The hobos taught me this real well.
Well, seeing as you're now all accomplices to my crime, and that I have to do this investigation for my honor.
Not accomplices. Witnesses.
Oh, yes, witnesses, right. We are going to bring this illegal gate user to justice. All of us, including newly found individual in the eyes of the law.
I'm just gonna flag the bartender down to get him something strong.
You can't see it because he has no mouth, but Gungnir is actually, I'm going to say for Inestra next to him, she's sensing that Gungnir's feeling a little bit smug.
Alrighty then.
And actually, Gungnir's going to tap her on the shoulder, lean down, and just say, I was hoping to avoid this because I thought it would come out worse, but thank you for standing up for me.
Oh, no, of course. Well, considering what you've done for us, this city, and myself, it would only be right to do so. Surak, where are you going?
The next closest tavern.
Okay. You make your way down to the Sea Bass Inn.
Good enough.
And upon walking in the door, a entire chicken hits the main window of the shop.
Good to be back.
It's gonna go to the bar.
Okay. You go into the bar. And I'll say about maybe an hour goes by while you're sitting in there. And the door will open up. And the little goblin archaeologist is going to make her way up to you. And she'll, see you and go, "Oh, hi. How you doing?"
Been a long day already.
"Oh, I see. I'm dreadfully sorry about that. I wanted to give this to you," and she's gonna put the compass on the table. "You told me to give it to you when I was done."
I did. Do you happen to have a cloth I could keep this in?
"Oh, sure." And she's gonna reach into her back pocket and...
I'm just gonna pick it up with the cloth and then fold it over.
Okay.
Before putting it in my pocket.
Gotcha. And she's going to say to you, I may have made a discovery while I was researching."
Is that so?
"Yes. The compass, he was quite helpful, and he was able to correct some historical inaccuracies that were lost due to time with him being alive 400 years ago. And it turns out that there's a temple up the coast. I think its translation was the temple of bravery. It apparently may house a piece of the sword that you found the handle for.
What's it doing in a temple?
I don't know.
Do
None of
they
the books.
worship a piece of sword?
Well, that is quite a fun theory, but I don't know. Maybe somebody put it there for safekeeping? I mean, we're not talking about just any old sword here. This is the god slayer, a weapon used to literally kill gods.
Right, but if you want something safe, shouldn't you keep it with you so that you could protect it?
Hmm, that does make sense, but I think they broke it up into pieces so that it wouldn't be around anymore and harder to have.
Well,
But I'm
sure, but wouldn't each piece be safer with one of these individuals as opposed to just in a building anyone could walk into?
Oh, I don't think it's a building that anybody can walk into because apparently at the time this temple was, well, 400 years ago it had state-of-the-art defenses, but I don't know what that looks like now.
So anybody could walk into it.
Oh no.
And this is why you don't trust valuable items in some random building.
Then you guys need to go get it, or we need to go get it. It needs to be out of the hands of just anybody. I mean, what
A
if?
hand on her head. Yes, yes, we've been through this song and dance before. We'll leave first thing in the morning.
Oh, great. Do you want me to come with?
Do you want to come with us?
I mean, it's an ancient temple full of historical knowledge and records that have been lost to time, and things that would have a lot of historical value that could be preserved for everybody to. Yes.
And you understand that this is possibly very dangerous?
Yes. But I don't
Okay, then.
believe that risk should be an aversion to knowledge.
As long as you understand the consequences of your actions, it's of no bother of mine.
Hey, who is that funny hippo-looking fellow?
An
I
idiot.
pass. Oh, okay. I passed him on my way over here, but he just kept talking a lot. He was also crying really loudly into stacks of paper. I don't know what that was about.
Neither do I, and yet that warms my heart.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, I'll go pack my things and enjoy this place. And as she says that, just another chicken.
Not
And-
ideal, but there's no pointless hippo man reciting laws that have no actual use in this world.
And then from the kitchen, the owner, the black Eric Cocker, is going to come out and he's going to see you. Hey, you're big and strong. You want to make 5 gold?
No, I'd like a drink.
Oh, okay. And he's gonna get you a drink and put it down. So do you want to make 10 gold?
Oh. Settle your own squabbles.
And he's gonna pull out two large sea bass, and he's gonna go upstairs, and you're just gonna hear them fly across the road and smack into the other shop. Alrighty, and I think that's where we're gonna cut it, ladies and gents.
Good.
Alright.
That was fun.
Fucking
That was fun.
GIF.
Yeah. Alright.
I love GIF.
Hippopoto monstro sesquipedaliophobia is the fear of really long words.
I see.
I thought it would be really funny if Harold just knew that one word, didn't know what it meant, but just knew that one really long.
Gotcha.
All right. Before I go, Quinn, you said you had something to say to me about the GIF. Like I said, I know about these guys. I've
Okay,
seen them
yeah,
before.
I just love them as a type, like a species in D&D. They're very entertaining.
Yeah, Yeah, how was my rendition?
I loved it.
Hey,
That was gold. I loved every second of it.
The idea of them looking forward to future like section releases, the way we look forward to like video games and movies and shit. That's inspired.
ooh.